Hi guys, I'm Jamie. I'm from the Australian Friends of the Hebrew University. I just want to try and share my screen if possible. Sorry, I'm just using two different computers. Are you guys able to see that?
Yes.
Cool.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi. Give me a second. Cool. So we were founded in 1936 and we're the affiliate office of the Hebrew University. And so we just provide like a medium for exchange between information, with information between Australia and the Hebrew University. And we encourage and assist Australian students who wish to undertake study at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. I'm just going to go through some of our flagship programs before I introduce Mimi. So at the moment, we have the Mishpatim Seminar in Israeli and International Law, which is actually going to be online in January of 2021. So spaces are quite limited and the deadline is the 14th of December. So if you're interested in learning about the contemporary Israeli legal system, it will also talk about the coronavirus as well, keeping up to date with like current law topics and that kind of thing. The tuition is 1,680 and the eligibility is students who've completed at least 1 year of study at an Australian university. Also note that you will be able to gain credits if, just depending on your university, majority of universities around Australia do accredit this course. And I'm happy to share links as well in the chat after. Another one is the Biblical Archaeology course, which is to be confirmed. It will be in June to July next year. And that's just uncovering the rich history of Israel and the ancient Near East. Previously, it was around 1,500 and housing was $595. And that's for undergraduate and graduate students, but that is to be confirmed, obviously because of the coronavirus. And then another course that we've got is the Innovation course, which is a business-focused course to do with startups. Like I said, also to be confirmed. Previously, it's been in January, and the cost was around $1,900 with the housing around $400. That is for students, professionals, entrepreneurs who've completed at least 1 year of study in the area of business, NPO management, economics, natural and applied sciences, engineering, and entrepreneurship. But yeah, that's also to be confirmed. And through the generosity of our donors, we also do assist students with financial grants and scholarships and that kind of thing. I'm happy to speak to any of you and answer any questions. We have a form as well that I can share with you guys. And yeah, I'll pass it over to Mimi. She's the marketing division at the Hebrew University.
Okay, thanks, Jamie. Hi, everyone. My name is Mimi Laufer. I'm the business development manager at the International Office of the Hebrew University, and thank you so much for joining us here in Jerusalem. I have a presentation, but I sort of wish we don't have a lot of time, and I want you to really look at me and listen and grasp what we're trying to say here. And we also have Grace, who I think is the most interesting person here because she actually did what you guys are planning to do. What's important to know is that the Hebrew University is ranked in the top 100 universities in the world. And of course, the Hebrew University is also the best university in Israel. So the way you guys need to make a decision is, A, do you want to study academic studies? That's number one. Number two is, what do you want to study? And you should know that in the Hebrew University, the range is huge. We have 6 campuses in Har HaTzofim, in Givat Ram, we have the veterinarian school, we have a medical school, in Eilat, which is everything to do with the sea studying and the ocean studying, which is amazing. And we have, of course, the campus in Rehovot that has everything to do with agriculture and sustainability and sciences as well. So you need to decide that you want to study. What do you want to study? Then where do you want to study? And a natural choice for you guys should be, thanks to Masa, thanks to the Australian office that we have that can help you 24/7 with amazing Jamie. But you can decide to come and study in Israel. And if you're already studying in Israel, we think the best place to study would be naturally Jerusalem, the capital of Israel, a very, very interesting scene, very spiritual, a lot of high tech. We have to offer many internships that are extremely good for your CV, good for your experience, good to broaden your horizons. A lot of student activities in Jerusalem. I always say Jerusalem is the best place during the week to study, and in the weekends you can travel Israel. Israel is extremely small. It's nothing like Australia. I'm sure some of you have already been here. And if to do it, where do I want to study? What do I want to study? In Jerusalem, in the vast majority of different subjects that we have to offer, from all the different faculties that you can imagine. We're very, very strong in research. So I'm talking about, you can come for a semester, you can come for a year, you can come for a full graduate degree. Of course, everything is taught in English. You can also come for a gap year. You can study Hebrew in Ulpan and finish the class level of Kita Vav, reading and writing. You can do the preparatory year, and based on that preparatory year, you can start studying actually in Hebrew if you want for a first degree. We have the graduate degrees, and of course, we're the strongest university dealing with PhDs and postdoctorates. It may be a long thought for some of you guys, but it's a thought, okay? Life is going quickly. We're in a very interesting time right now. I must say something about the COVID-19. We managed to bring over 500 students this fall to study physically in Jerusalem at the Hebrew University. They came, those who needed quarantine did quarantine, we took care of them. The whole student system is very well prepared, taken care of. If it's yoga on the grass, Pilates in the rooms, barbecues that we like to do for the students, the Beit Midrash, the Friday night dinners together. The students live in the student village if they're on Mount Scopus, which gives you a whole feeling. You live there also with Israeli students, so you're not detached from what's going on in Jerusalem. And the experience, and I can see Grace going, nodding her head, because she'll tell you about it from firsthand, but the experience is something special. And you can choose, you can do a short-term program. Jamie mentioned some of the flagship courses. I just want to mention for the spring, and I was going to speak about COVID-19, 500 students came and they're happy. And we're hoping that the spring numbers will grow even more. I mean, we thought no one would show up, the situation, but that's not the situation in Israel. And of course, we're under restrictions and we do everything that we're supposed to. And a lot of the study is digital, but when we have small classes or when they go to their internships, they do that in person and they get the feeling of Jerusalem and of Israel and the whole experience together with a very, very high level of academia. Academia in Israel, also in Australia, of course, but academia in Israel is in a very high standard. And the Hebrew University is just extremely excellent. So if you want any more information about any of the programs that we spoke about, I'm just going to give you an example. In the spring semester, we have a full English course taught by Professor Yuval Noah Harari. He just sold 8 million of his books, 8 million copies of his books. So I'm sure you know his name. He's one of the lecturers giving a course to any of our international students. You can see we have a question in the chat, so we're going to answer that in a sec. And I'm going to leave you guys with my details as well and my personal cell phone. You can write to me. I promise you we will answer within 24 hours of Jerusalem time at least. And you should know that Jamie and I have been corresponding in weird hours of the whole week. So we're very excited. So I'm going to pass the floor on to Grace. Thank you, you guys. Whatever you decide will be amazing. Hebrew U is the place for you guys. Have a great week.
Thank you, Mimi. Yeah, so like I said, I'm Grace. I was at the University of New South Wales studying a Bachelor of International Studies, and it's through that program that I was able to do 2 semesters of exchange at the Hebrew University. I was at the Mount Scopus campus in Jerusalem. I absolutely loved my time there, and I think I'm just kind of reiterating and perhaps putting some flesh to the bone on what Mimi was saying. I think the biggest thing is that Rossberg, which is kind of the international division of the university, has such a vast array of subjects. I can't stress that enough. It was just such a diversity which I didn't quite have access to at my home university in UNSW, and it's also taught by leading experts in the field of whatever subject you're studying in. So we were being taught by previous legal advisors to the Israeli government, or just incredible people, especially my cybersecurity class, which has actually shaped now what I'm doing and what I've chosen to do in my master's. So I really can't recommend it enough. The campus itself is beautiful if you manage to get over there. The views are stunning and really kind of motivating to keep going to class every day. The student village is where I was staying, which is super convenient, walking distance from the university and public transport. And you're really close to the old city. So I just loved the convenience of that. And you're close to all your essentials as well, like groceries and post office, etc. The university itself takes really good care of you. They're very, very organized. Even UNSW was really impressed by their efficiency. And I really loved, especially the weekend trips that were organized for us. It just made everything very convenient, and also socializing just that much more easy to kind of get to know people on a deeper level, and also to explore different parts of Israel every month, which was just such a blessing. And also just the weekly student dinners and insights into different intersections of Israeli culture was really beautiful. And of course, there's so much to do in Israel, whether you're into hikes and nature or art or museums or food. I totally recommend it, and more than happy to field any questions here and afterwards if you want to send me an email as well. Thank you.
We also have, thanks, Grace, thank you so much. We also have with us a student also in Jerusalem, Ella. If you just want to say hi, just so everyone sees another friend. Hey, here's Ella.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. I hope you got all your information you need, but if you have any more questions, so feel free to ask me. I send my email, and you can also follow us on social media and check for yourself and see really the student life and how everything is.
Ella, tell us a bit about yourself, just so they see the different kind of students that we have.
So,
sorry, just quickly, we are quite pressed for time, so just keep it a little bit short, and then if we have time to ask questions, just because we're running.
We have a minute.
Okay, so I'll be really fast. So I'm Ella, I'm 23 years old, and I'm studying now Business and International Relations at Hebrew U. And it's a really great experience, amazing teachers, great student life, amazing facilities, and it's just a really nice atmosphere even now. So I would really recommend to look for yourself even in the social media and see everything, and feel free to ask me anything.
Josh, are there any questions?
I'm just going to have a look in the Q&A. I can't seem to see any.
No.
Excuse me. And if there are any questions, I don't think there are any questions here. Either in
That's because we were so clear and good.